and it's time for 6-cup capacity, whatever you're cooking inside. Chef Jeremy Parker is here. Good to have you back, sir.
Hello, my friend. Good to be here.
Nice to see you. And I'll tell you, this puts my college hot pot to shame.
Yeah.
Because this does so much more. And this is, everything that is removable can go into the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Like the lid, like the upper pot, not the bottom, because that's where the electrical part is.
Right.
But this has ceramic GreenPan nonstick inside.
That's right. And GreenPan changed the world with their ceramic surface. So instead of using nonstick surfaces that were made out of PFASs, PFOAs, the things we're hearing about now, GreenPan, we call it Cooking with the Conscious, is the first one. A lot of people have tried to copy them, but they're the originators of ceramic surface cookware. So.
And this has not only the pot, but it also has the little spatula as well as the what do they call this? A paddle?
Yeah, a rice paddle here.
Rice paddle.
Then you get your ladle and
and then we also have an egg cooker.
Yes. Well, this is a steamer. Watch this, David. When you flip it over, now it's an egg cooker. And you can steam up to 7 eggs at once with this. And then you get, this is for your eggs. I'll show you how to use this in a minute. And then your rice measuring cup. So you get everything here because this is more than, like you said, your hot pot that you used in college.
Oh, my hot pot in college got a workout, but not anywhere close to what this can do. Let me show you colors, and then we'll get jump into all your demos.
Okay.
Now, we have this for you in the Oxford Blue. 400 in the Oxford Blue. This one is the butter, 720. Then we have it for you in the graphite, 631. And in cream, that's the most limited with only 220 to go around. Now this has a little colander pour spout.
Yeah, that's right. So you can prepare entire meals inside of this. So if you look closely here, there's a strainer in here. So let's say you want to make mac and cheese. So you can boil your mac and cheese in here, strain the water out, and then add your milk and seasoning and whatnot, a cream inside here. And it's all non-stick. So even if this, you can see nothing stick. This is nice and creamy here.
Oh,
but if that sits for a while and it gets dried out a bit, it won't stick to it.
Or it thickens up a little bit.
Yeah, it has a pour spout here. But David, this will steam food. This, you could steamed eggs. It's amazing. It does.
You want to put
soup.
a can of soup in here that doesn't require any water, the kind that you just pop the top and then you pour it out. This is quick, it's easy, and how best to wash this?
And then just this whole thing goes in the dishwasher right there. Or you can even just rinse it out. Maybe you have a cabin somewhere and you want to keep this as a cooker or your RV. You can just rinse it out, soap and water. Let me just go through the functions here. And I'll show you how this works because it has all of these presets. So let me start over here with rice. It is a rice cooker. Here's your little rice measuring tool. Fill this with 1 rice, 2 of these of water, and you have white rice. If you hit the temperature, it adjusts it for brown rice. Now, if you keep going here, there's your steaming function. Here's a soup, the perfect 195 soup temperature. This is your auto egg cooker. You want the perfect cooked egg. You fill up the water line depending how many. You see
and
that?
when the water evaporates, the egg is done.
Yeah, you see if you want a medium boil there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 7 eggs. You just fill up to that line. And this is for hard boiled, for medium, or for soft, however you like it. And you want to puncture the egg there, and it'll beep and tell you have a perfect cooked egg. Okay, keep going there this way. Keep things nice and warm. Maybe you have soup, you want to keep it all day if you're not feeling so well. It has a boil function. It has an oatmeal setting for your steel oats and then a slow cooker. It is 10 in 1. David, if you keep this out, you will use this all the time.
All the time. And the best part is you can wash the top part. Now, when I was in the dorm, we had a hall bathroom. So I would take my hot pot down to the sink in the bathroom and I'd rinse it out.
Yeah.
This is, you can do the same thing here, but have a lot more capacity and a lot more capability than the hot pot gave me in college. Yeah. This is something very, very important. 6-cup capacity, non-stick, 10 in 1, digital electric cooker.
Yeah, and a lot of us are downsizing. I mean, a lot of us, it's just, my house is just me and my wife. There's the 2 of us, and our 2 boys, our dogs.
Your dogs.
Okay, yeah, they're family members. They count. Okay, so this is perfect for us because, we don't need a big slow cooker or a big rice cooker all the time. It will cook you the perfect rice, brown rice, white rice, your grains, your still cut oats. Again, nothing sticks, so you can see at the bottom there. If you've ever tried to cook rice on your stovetop and you wind up with that bottom layer's burnt, you won't get that with this because it cooks it at the perfect temperature. But also for soup, like you were saying, if you want to do soup, make your own soup in here.
And tonight's a good night for soup. I'm told it's cold out.
It's kind of chilly and rainy. It's a good soup night. So how about a good hearty, let's say a chicken and rice soup here. Nice hard.
They say that if you're going to make a donation to a soup pantry or a soup kitchen or a food pantry, is to do rice and soup, because rice hardies up soup and makes it go further.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And if you're not feeling well, this is what I use for our what we call our medicine at home was chicken noodle soup, of course. And so I'll keep this out all day. If my wife's not feeling good, I'll make her chicken noodle soup and just come back throughout the day and give her a bowl here and there. And it's the perfect size, 6 cups. That's just right. Keep coming back. It's enough, but it's not too big. And so it's one of those things you'll just use all the time.
Now, what have you here, sir?
Okay, let's talk about steaming.
Let's do it.
Because it has a steaming rack in here. So again, if you flip this over, you steam your eggs. But if you want to steam, there's some salmon and some broccoli.
Right on top of the egg tray.
Right on top of the tray. Yeah, you flip it over so it's two-sided. So this is your steaming side. You want to do an entire artichoke. I love steamed artichoke. I don't know if you do artichokes. Dip in a little mayo and then flip this over and you can do 7 eggs at once. You get a steamed egg. It's perfect. You just hit the egg function on there. And I'm telling you, David, here, this, if you've never had steamed salmon, it is so good. You just do a little miso glaze on there, honey, miso. It's delicious.
You also do mustard on there if you choose.
Mustard, absolutely. I mean, you could do lemon and capers if you like. And then, of course, your broccoli. And what's lovely is that this just cleans out, or you could put all this in the dishwasher and you use it again and again and again. If you want to boil potatoes, if you want to boil pasta, use that strainer and just pour the water out. So it really is a 10-in-1 all-purpose cooker.
So many people are looking at this and they're saying, you know what, for this sale price, this makes an awful lot of sense. For me, for my RV, for the dorm room, for downsizing, for the apartment living.
Sure.
This is perfect, because if you have this, you may not need to turn on your stove for a good long time, particularly depending on how much you're cooking.
That's right.
This is really lovely. And if you're looking to do soup, look at that pour spout.
Yeah, you can pour it out. You know what I love is that you don't have to watch like a stove. If you have a gas stove or you have electric, you don't have to keep it on all day. This has a warm function, so you keep. There's some really good canned chili out there. I'll admit, I love cooking my own chili, but you want to do a can of chili, heat it up in here. Maybe a lot of people don't want to use their microwaves. That's fine. It's a great way to heat and to keep warm and to serve.
We have color choices. Let's go through our color choices real quickly, and then we'll wrap up. We have this in the Oxford Blue. 400 left in the Oxford Blue. This is butter. Fewer than 400. We have this in graphite, 620, and then finally the cream. And the cream, fewer than 220, and we also have red. Yes, 240. Most popular is the red, and that's the one you have your hand on there.
That's the one right here, right?
All right, you're coming back with an etched nonstick wok.
Oh, it is the best pan. One of the best